Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. So good to see you. Thank you for joining us for episode 21, season 2, Southern Gospel Forward. We're proud to have you with us tonight. We're a little bit on a tight schedule with our guest tonight, so we're going to bypass some of the beginning pleasantries. But hey, if you're watching on Facebook, please share us. Share. And YouTube, we love those subscriptions. But we are going to jump right in tonight. We have some fantabulous guests with us. Would you please make welcome Kelly Crabb and the Bowling Sisters?
Hi.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, thank y'all so much. These ladies have been very busy today at work, and they fit us in for a little bit this evening, and we appreciate them so much. Thank y'all for joining us tonight, fitting us in.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, y'all are a blessing. Hey, what we normally do before the panel starts asking you some questions, and I'm sure that folks will know you guys very well, but maybe just take a moment, introduce yourselves, and tell a little bit about your ministry.
I'll go first since I'm the oldest.
Okay.
I'm Kelly Crabb Jeffrey, and I spent many years with the Crabb family, my family, and I'm their mom. And that's about all that matters.
I'm Kate. I'm the middle sister.
I'm Gracie. I'm the youngest.
And I'm Hope. I'm the oldest.
And we have enjoyed watching these young ladies grow up. I mean, basically, literally growing up on stage. And I was talking off camera a while ago. I love. Yeah, if y'all have not ventured over and looked up the Isaiah sessions, y'all look that up on your favorite platform. And it's excellent music. It'll bless your heart. So y'all go look them up. But again, we are so thankful you're with us. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way and let our panel begin with their questions.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much for joining us, fitting us into your schedule. So I like to ask this question just so I can get a feel for everybody's musical taste. But if you could put together a Mount Rushmore of your favorite singers, who would be on your Mount Rushmore?
That's a good question.
That's a
good question.
I'm going first.
My first thought is Vince Gill. I love
Totally.
Vince Gill. That's
Totally Vince
probably
Gill.
The first one making it.
If we're talking vocalist solely, then yeah.
Vince Gill is
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
Hope.
Yeah.
I hope you want to throw some out there.
Gosh. I mean, Vince and Celine are some good ones. Patsy Cline. I love some Patsy Cline.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, throwing it back there. Mom, what about you?
I would add CeCe
I
Winans
love CC.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
and Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't do four.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
going to have
too
to.
little of a number.
Listen, I totally understand. I'll make room on the mountain for those 5. That is probably my favorite mountain that's ever been created on here. So
Good stuff.
So, a question I want to ask, and I have a feeling I might know where this is going, but I hope you guys surprise me. I like to ask people if you could travel with a retired group, so a group that is no longer on the road in Southern Gospel, who would it be and why?
Probably, I would love to travel with the Crabb family 25 years ago.
Okay.
Well, I was there for that, so I don't have to wish that.
I wasn't there. I wasn't born when they were touring. So
I'd
probably
like to see it from a grown person's perspective.
Yeah.
I think the Rambos in their heyday would have been so cool to witness.
Ooh, yeah.
That's probably mine.
And for me, I would like to see the Hensons in their heyday.
Yeah.
I would love to see Kenny
Kill it every night.
just out there doing what he did.
That would be
love
electric.
that.
Yeah.
I would work their product table and be real happy to.
Yes, I love it.
I was going to say, you guys mentioned Patsy Cline. She is from my hometown. So
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
We love her.
So my question, I get the honor of asking this question. It's kind of like the forward signature question. So if you guys had to pick a favorite road trip snack, what would it be?
We should be really good at this because all we do is road trip for a living.
I know what mine is. Mine's Boom Chicka Pop.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, popcorn.
Chicka Pop.
Yeah, it's like that sweet kettle corn kind of.
I myself am partial to a Slim Jim.
You are.
You
That's
just
so
don't get
true.
enough credit.
Yeah.
Like mine's kind of nasty, but we go to so many gas stations that are like a gas station pickle.
Oh, me too. Me too.
One every time.
Gracie?
I like the garden salsa sun chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
They're
Ooh.
So
very
true.
good.
that's-
Those are good.
Yeah.
Solid choice.
I could
That-
snack with you guys. Those are all amazing.
That is fantastic. And I think that's the first person I've heard say gas station pickle. That's new for the roadside.
They're a staple.
So,
They are a staple for them.
Honestly, it gives me sort of a chill just thinking about one of those.
I don't get it.
you either like them or you don't.
I think I'm past the age of enjoying. Yeah.
That might be the most gospel singer answer we've ever had to that question. To be honest.
That's someone who's been on the road a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Desperate times for sure. If you're ever like having a really bad day and you wonder if you can still feel something, just go try one of those.
Oh my goodness.
And
I
if
tell
that
you.
don't do it, go to the doctor.
I love already we're getting unique answers that we have not had in past artists. I love that. And this is a stage where we normally kind of come together and see if we have questions from the Peanut Gallery. And for time's sake, I don't see many questions. Producer Jason, if you want to, you can throw up some more of the howdies that you see on there, and we will kind of move on. We got some folks watching in. We got a couple of things for the girls. Noah Pagan, Donna Wolf, thank you for watching us tonight, Donna. And Casey Wolf is in the house. Thank you so much. Nick Wilkie,
Hi,
he's
y'all.
a fan of us, and they say howdy. Now the next one. Whoop. It's not there. You go. Jeff Snyder says hello to my
Hi,
sister
Jeff.
Kelly and my nieces, the best singers on the
Oh.
planet.
Hi, Jeff. We love
Oh,
you.
we love you, Jeff.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to get up there. I don't see
We
any
love you.
questions to pose from the comments yet. So, panel, why don't you take off with another round?
Sure. So my next question is kind of just drawing on all of the years that you've been on the road. What are some of your favorite moments that you've had in your ministry over the years?
There are so many that
Yeah.
we could probably keep you all night. I will say, for me at this season, my favorite moments are watching these girls do what they're loving to do. I don't hide it very well how much I enjoy watching them. And so that in this moment is my favorite, is seeing the girls do what they do and then seeing the people receive what they do, and that it's touching their hearts and the people are receiving from them, you know, what God has given them the gift. That's such a beautiful thing for me to experience at this moment. But that's what I'm loving. But I'm sure y'all can add to.
I'm loving just coming into our own and like being a little more hands-on with our music and finding
Yeah.
our own kind of sound. That's what I've loved doing for the past like few years now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I just love that I get to do it with them. I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. And I feel very fortunate to be able to do it with my sisters and mom. And, you know, anytime I can see that a song has touched someone and they're really soaking in the lyrics, that's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Absolutely.
All right.
You got anything?
Sorry. Yeah, Gracie, do you have one?
Yeah, sorry. I'm with them. I think with Hope on the whole, like, it's so awesome to feel like people are resonating with you, and then to look around and see that you got to do it with your family is just like the icing on the cake for the whole experience.
Absolutely.
I didn't want to jump over you, and then I was like, wait, it's my turn to.
No, you're good.
Anyway, so I'll turn another question I love to ask people. So if you didn't sing full time for ministry, what would you do as like a normal job?
Oh, I know. I would be an interior designer. That's the
Oh.
only thing I think I could be happy doing. I love decorating. So that's my short answer.
Very nice. I'm gonna need your help
Yeah.
decorating my house.
Hey, girl, anytime.
I think I'd probably be like an author because I love to read,
Yeah.
or maybe something in art, in the arts, or
Okay.
if all fails, like own a bookstore.
Okay.
She loves that.
I would do writing of some sort. I'm like maybe write like jingles for like commercials or something. If it can't be music, like if it can't be, or a lawyer.
You could be a lawyer.
It's one of the two, which are very opposite.
Very
sides.
similar.
So if I'm feeling a little goofier, I'll do the jingles. I'll write,
Yeah.
for jingles. And if I'm feeling
Jingles on
really,
the side.
and then lawyer,
You could have a lawyer jingle.
or lawyer jingle.
There you go.
But the law school thing seems a little ambitious, so I think maybe we'll stick with the jingles or something.
But you could have tore the law
Music.
school thing out. Yeah, you could do
You
it.
could have.
You could argue them down, girl.
What about you, Mom?
Well, before the Crab family, I used to always say I was either. Now this is this is where you get this, like both sides. I would always say I'm either going to be a news anchor or a dental hygienist.
Oh,
Ooh.
You would have been a great news anchor.
So different.
You would have been a wonderful news anchor.
I always thought that would be a great career.
Would have been great.
I love it. Those are great options.
I was going to say, sounds good to me. Okay, so I am an elementary school teacher, so I have, of course, have the summers off. So I like to ask this question during the summers. What is your favorite summer activity?
Beach.
Good
beach.
answer. Just beach.
Right away.
Straight away beach.
I'll amen the beach.
I'll
Yeah.
be on a boat,
Yeah.
get some good music.
On the lake.
Okay.
A sunny day. Love going on the lake.
Love going on the lake.
We live in Lake
We
Town.
live in a lake town, so we love the lake.
Love the lake. With cousins and
Nice.
stuff.
With friends.
I would amen all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pool, lake.
I don't think we
Water,
really want to be
water
outside in the
involved.
summer unless there's a body of water. So
Not
that's
in
going to
this
be our
stage.
answer.
I agree.
It's not. Yeah.
that is the most popular summer answer, and I am such an
Mhm.
oddball. Like, I work full time in a bank, and all of the seminars and all are always at the beach, and I am an oddball because I can't stand the beach. I'm like the one
Oh.
person in the world that doesn't care anything about the beach. So
Really?
oddball here. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm weird. I think we did have a question in the comments now that we could pop in, and this is kind of a show signature question for producer Jason's wife, Rachel Bain. Says, "What is your favorite scripture or favorite hymn, and why?"
So my favorite scripture is Romans 15:13. I won't quote it all, but it's may the God of hope fill you basically as you overflow by the power of the Holy Spirit. That one's just always been my favorite since I was probably in my 20s. And then my favorite hymn, man, this is always a
That was
hard
the hardest
one.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
How do you not say the love of God or it is well?
I was gonna
That's
that's
my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, as well.
Mhm.
That's my favorite.
I mean, how do you top it as well? I don't know that it can be done.
Yeah, Tis So Sweet's good too. But
Tis
I
So
like it as
Sweet's
well.
good too, yeah.
As well as the story.
The story
so
behind
good.
it as well.
The
yeah.
story behind it as well is so touching.
Mhm.
My favorite Bible verse is Jeremiah 29:11.
Yeah, that's a good
For I know
one.
the plans I have for you.
Yeah.
That's mine
That's
too.
Proverbs.
Twinning.
Me too.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
us twinning,
Proverbs
girl.
12. That's mine.
Proverbs 10:12.
Hatred stirs up strife, but love conquers all. That's
Okay.
That one.
Good one.
Love that one.
Very nice.
Real good.
That's wonderful.
And then for him, I have it as well. As my
That's
favorite.
good.
Yeah.
We caught everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna throw something in here right quick. I'm gonna take Papa liberty. So I have enjoyed again watching you young ladies, and mom too, young lady. All you young ladies, basically growing up. I'm on
Debatable.
stage. Yeah, well, things happen, but I've loved watching it and going back and listening to the project. Isaiah sessions, and just as y'all said, coming into your sound and coming into your style. I love it. I love if you go back and you look at the episodes we've had, we are all over the place. We have bluegrass, we have traditional, we have progressive, whatever label you want to put it. We love all Southern gospel and definitely love you guys. So being younger in the industry, you have a opportunity to impact young lives. And I know you're involved in the Stronger conferences and such as that, so maybe speak to how you take what that means to you to have an impact on young people, because they're drawn to you because of your age. They're going to look to you guys, you girls, and maybe speak to that and young folks looking up to you. if you had one piece of advice for them, especially if they're wanting to get into ministry like y'all, what you would share with them?
I would say, I mean, I don't take it lightly. I feel very fortunate that I've been given a place to speak to my generation and minister with them. And for people, who want encouragement, I would just say, don't let pride or anybody stop you from doing what you feel like you're called to do, and just be bold in that.
Yeah, I think really solidify your self-worth in the Lord first before you ever try to jump into ministry, because you will get knocked down so fast.
Yeah.
If it's all built on that in your head and stuff. And I think you have to give it all to the Lord, and then you can give to other people.
Yeah. And love it and work hard.
Love it and work hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wisdom. That's good. I love
Wow.
it. I love it.
I can't add to that.
Yeah, that's wisdom. And that's one thing that I have enjoyed over these 2 years of doing these, is hearing the wisdom that comes from our young ministers in gospel music, and just the hearts that they have for the Lord and for the people. And I love it. And I know y'all have it. Okay, panel, why don't you take off on another round? We still got just a very few minutes left.
All right, so this is another music question. So if you had a project that you could recommend to somebody who has no idea what gospel music is, what would that project be?
Big Sky by the Isaacs.
Big Sky by the Isaacs. It's our favorite record. We all
That's
love that record.
We love that record. We grew up on that record, and it's just so good. I listen to it, and you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'll do it, Crab Family. Yeah, you should listen.
Yeah, the girl Driven by the Crab Family. So good.
Yes, I fully. Not even because she's here. Yeah. Just because they're great records.
I promise I didn't tell them to say that.
Is, I know that's our mom on that, but we love those records. Those are great records.
We enjoy that record.
Stop it, girls.
Anything by the Isaacs.
I love it.
Yes, both of those are great. I grew up on the Crab Family, cutting my teeth on that kind of stuff. So I totally agree. Anything Crab Family, you can't go wrong with. And Driven is great.
So sweet. Thank you. That's really sweet.
I remember when Scott was talking about people looking up to you guys. Hope, I remember going to some of the Crab Family reunions, and you were singing with your parents and stuff. And I remember we're kind of similar ages, and I was like, she is so cool, and she's so bold in her faith. I remember watching you, since I was a young teenager. But with that, I wanted to ask you guys, I think at one of those reunions, you guys got brought out and you sang together as sisters, and I was like, whoa, Gracie, y'all were little, tiny, coming out singing. So, what was some of the first few songs you learned how to sing, and how did that all work? Who took what parts? I don't know. I just was curious about that.
That's a good question.
First song we all did as a trio.
It wasn't I was thinking of when you first started singing Harmony with us.
The Harmony thing.
Trio thing.
Yeah, we never really sat down and sought out to sing together. We just sang all the time, and we figured out our parts. I would take the low, and Gracie found that high.
And then I think when they were like, oh, they can do this, I think we were like, well, then let's do it with a mic, because we can do it.
We used to do a little song. The first one we did
were
was
really little.
What was
Stand by the River. We'll take nothing from my journey now.
My journey now.
Yeah.
That is.
And I didn't know what any of the words meant, and I said them all wrong.
I was probably 3 years old.
Yeah. So Gracie would kind of just barely sing it.
Be a toddler.
But the first one we all sang, I feel like
Stand by the River.
Yeah, I think Stand by the River was the first one we ever cut all together in the studio, for sure.
What, 7 probably?
Yeah, because I was 10.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part that as a singer and their mom to watch has been fascinating for me, is we didn't say, oh, you need to learn this part, and they just did it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. They just did it, and they found their parts, and it's really wild. It makes you think, okay, it was the Lord, because no one sat down and said, here's the plan. They just started singing together and found their parts. So no one can really take the credit for it, honestly.
And the sound is amazing. I mean, it's just, if you have not, if anybody's watching, you haven't listened to the Bowling Sisters yet, go, anything they've put out so far, I'm just amazed every time. So
you're so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm a big fan of family harmony, so I love listening to you guys. So my next question is about instruments. And what instruments do you play?
Well, we all dabble in guitar and piano.
Yeah.
But someone here plays a banjo.
Oh, I do play
Caitlin does
banjo.
play
Caitlin does
banjo.
play banjo.
If you don't know, like, you know, the child of a guitar and a banjo.
It's
Yeah.
strung like a
You-
guitar.
It's a 6-string
yeah.
banjo.
Chords are like a guitar, but you kind of pick it like a banjo and it sounds like a banjo. It's really interesting, but
And
it's fun.
they
So
all play
piano and
guitar though.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very neat.
Absolutely. I promise y'all I'm watching the clock. And we may have a few minutes after this, but what we love to do, because again, y'all been gracious to us to give us some of your time on a busy day. We would like to give y'all some time to talk about, promote anything that you would like to tell the folks that's watching how they find you, how they connect with you, how they follow you on tour, just anything, all things Kelly Crabb and the Bowling Sisters that y'all want to talk about and promote. We want to give y'all time right now.
Okay, so you can find us on. Can I say the names of all the things that they can find us on? Okay. On Facebook, it's Kelly Crabb and the Bowling Sisters. You can go to kellycrabbandthebowlingsisters.com and go to tour or schedule, and you can follow us on Bands in Town and keep up with our schedule. Do y'all want to shout out we're on Instagram. Do you want to shout out your Instagrams? Why not?
Mine's just Caitlin. It's just my first name.
Yeah.
It's spelled horrendously.
Kate.
It's Katelanne. If you can spell that.
Yeah. Quite interesting.
And you're welcome for that. And then, you know, and then we just hosted our very first Tennessee Jubilee this past month in June, and we're going to be doing that next year. And so be looking for that. I don't know for sure who's going to be there, but it's going to be great. We had the best time this year. We do the Stronger conferences. You can go to kathycrabhanna.com for all of that. We're always a part of those. We love those. We've been doing that over a decade now, and we do all kinds of things. Honestly, we do. And so we would love to see all of you on the road and keep up with us on social media.
Yeah, and all those social medias are great, and I'm a big fan of Bands in Town. Follow the artist on Bands in Town, and you get nice little reminders when they come within a certain area of distance of your area. And again, we talked about the project that can be had right now on the streaming platforms. Download the Isaiah Sessions, Kelly Crabb and the Bowling Sister. I have enjoyed that so much. And would y'all like to speak to anything as far as that project or the tracks on there? Talk about the music they can find there?
Go ahead.
Just like a huge, it's like all of our favorite songs in one record.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a collection of songs we liked. Yeah.
And it was about the tide was turning in our life, and we'd kind of been through, you know, a not fun season, and we kind of named it the Isaiah Sessions after the scripture that says, "Behold, I do a new thing." And it was the first time making new music in this formation. The girls do most of the stuff, the three of them, but we decided to do this one fun album, the four of us, and it was just because we can, because why not? And so it was really fun. The girls basically produced me, which was very humbling, and but so much fun. When they can tell me my harmony part, and I've been doing this for 30 years, I'm like, wait, what do I do? I'm kidding.
It was really fun. She gave us a lot of liberty, and that was amazing.
I did give them a lot of liberty, and I
let their kids do that.
I loved seeing them get in there and be creative. It was honestly so much fun as a parent to see them do that, and then to see just them sing songs that they love. And so it's a fun album, but yet it's got the sweet places too, you know, that are songs that are really special to us. So we hope you enjoy it if you go listen.
Absolutely. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And to me, there's something for everybody on that project. I mean, it kind of covers a broad spectrum musically. And that's something that I
Yeah.
enjoyed of it. And I enjoyed hearing Through the Fire come back out.
Yes.
That takes
I
me
did
back.
too. Me too. Every single time. And their arrangement on it is so good. And
Yes.
it's I'll shut up now because I'm bragging at this point.
Well,
But
hey,
they really did capture it well.
yeah. Oh, fantastic. And hey, yeah, you can brag on all you want to. I'll brag on them. They did a fantabulous job and just
Thank you.
just fantastic. And again, we thank y'all so much. I know you're busy. I know this was kind of an extra on your day. And thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate
Thank
y'all
you
so
for
much. We
having us.
support you. Yeah.
Thank you.
We support y'all. Y'all that's watching, I implore you to go look up Isaiah Sessions and download that, follow the schedule, go see them because you will be blessed. I know I have been. But
Thank you.
I know y'all got to get back and do a little bit more work. So I just want to work with y'all on that. But thank y'all. And hey, stay in touch with us. Anything we can ever do for y'all, ring us. And y'all been a blessing
Thank
tonight.
you guys.
Thank y'all
Thank
so
you
much
all
for
so
having us.
much. Thanks for the good
Yes.
questions. We had
Yeah.
fun.
Thanks.
y'all.
Enjoyed it.
Thanks,
Y'all take
guys.
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that was fun and enjoyed getting to know them. They've been working a little bit, I think, in some studio work. And anyway, I'm just thankful they gave us the time tonight to jump on and to keep the commitment with us and the blessing. And I'm telling you, y'all hear them sing, those three young girls together. You can't beat that harmony. I mean, just power harmony, fantabulous. So good stuff. So now let's transition. Okay. Producer Jason, now, if you will, we do want to give a shout out to those individual sponsors. And you see these names, and it's a lot of recurring names. And, they actually kind of keep us going and on the air because they are faithful to sponsor us. We appreciate them so much. John Barker, Daniel Garrett, Kyle Goodson, Daniel Hayes, and Andrew Potts. And like I said, you see familiar, repetitive names there. We appreciate them so much for their support. And we have a couple of other things that will run tonight that producer Jason will run across the bottom on some other announcements and folks that are good to us. So let's do this. We're going to hang out with y'all just a little bit, if you don't mind. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
You're down? Okay. We may even get Evan jump on here shortly. I'll say this because now we're kind of not taking up artist time. Right now, you see a scroll going across the bottom of your screen talking about the Gospel Music Roadshow. And that is a project that is heavily connected to Southern Gospel Forward. One reason is because the top two people that you see on your screen right now actually write for the Gospel Music Roadshow. Avery and I have a little column in there, and then somebody else closely that's a big supporter of us writing for that. So you have a big flavor. Y'all, it's a digital magazine. Really cool. You don't have to flip any pages or anything.
Yeah.
You just
It looks so cool. Like I flip through it every month, and like I don't know, the way they designed it is just so entertaining to flip.
Oh,
through,
yeah.
because like words will pop out at you or pictures will spin. It's neat. I don't know.
It is. It's class. It's done with class and excellence. It's very professional, very well done, good content. And the cool thing about this it's app, you can download the app and get it on your iPad or iPhone or also on your Android, and $2.99 a month. But here's the deal. As the issues keep coming out, you get a backlog. You can go back and look at anything. It's not just you pay that and you see one issue a month and that's it. You have the catalog, and who knows what else they're going to throw out there. But just a little shameless plug there to support the Gospel Music Roadshow, and just look them up on social media because they put out a lot of great concert content out there. So check them out. So anyway, there you go. So let's see what y'all want. I kind of hate to do that. I want to see if Evan pops in.
Team Elvis.
Brady, we miss Team Elvis too. So bad. Maybe he'll pop in here in just a second. Maybe. I tell you what, before we do some of the questions and games, let's give him just a few more minutes to see if he pops in.
I just texted him, so we'll see.
Yeah, let's see. So let's talk about this. We've got some cool things coming up because we are just this much away from the National Quartet Convention. I'm talking about 2 months maybe. So like we're going to blink twice and be going to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And we have the same booth as we had last year. And I just absolutely drew a blank. Was it 604? That's the number, isn't it?
Yes, 604.
That sounds right.
We were on the back wall next to the Inspirationals of Texas.
That's right. If I think they'll be in the same spot, if not, but it's like where the artists go to get ready to go on stage. And so you watch that path, and that's where we're at. And a lot of y'all came by and visited with us last year. We want you to do it again. And hey, we're working on some cool updated merch, right?
Yeah. Hey, if you want a shirt, I've got the 4 left that I put up, same sizes. Go get them because I don't need them.
Right. Shipped to you for only $25, a comfort color shirt. I mean,
And for
high
$2 more,
quality.
I'll throw in a funeral flag.
Hey,
Woohoo!
funeral flag. I love
Funeral
it.
flags and a shirt. You can actually be an SGF fan.
Hey, yes, that's what I'm talking about. And so we are going to have updated t-shirts available at NQC. And I don't think we're going to reveal just because we're going to keep this under the hat, but there will be a new something on the back. You'll still have Southern Gospel Forward, but we got a little something that is near and dear to us and the way we feel about us and all of you. So yeah, let me shut up before I say too much. But yeah, there's going to be something that I think will bring us together, and there'll be a lot of pride to wear in this t-shirt. So y'all watch for that. And what's that other merchandise for sure that we're going to introduce?
I think this will be popular with the men.
Yeah.
Something to, kind of cover the roof.
Yeah. It's especially for us men who have these weird hair patterns going on. Coverage? What are you laughing at? It's not that funny.
It is hilarious.
It's not that funny. Anyway, but yeah, for us, I see a lot of ladies going around with their little ponytails hanging out the back of the snapback hats. If you need to go to Walmart and you don't want to go through the hassle, just pop a cap and put the ponytail out and just go, right?
Pop a cap. I didn't mean to react like that. That was
I like it. I just liked it. I just took the place of Evan and said something that got a nice little laugh.
Somebody had to.
Yeah. But really nice hats, y'all. We're going to have some hats there as well. And maybe a few other things. We're still working this out. Kind of depends on how things go between now and then on what we have to spend on merchandise. And y'all have been blessing us, and we appreciate that. But we haven't really talked about this panel, but I guess we'll have at least 1 or 2 little activities through the week, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I think so. Sure.
Y'all can let us know what you enjoyed last year. I don't know that we're going to have a 4 football field size cake to give away again. That was kind of but
I gave everybody gigantic pieces.
You did, and you even were so gracious that when you run out of cake, you just scrape the crud off. I mean, the next step was just to hold it up to them and let them lick the with the wax paper or whatever. Oh, good stuff. But we'll come up with a few things to do during that week. We are so excited to be back with our friends in QC. So, yeah, if you're not planning on going to the National Quartet Convention, I guess this will be a good time to say, mark your calendars right now. There we go. September 21st through 27th at the LeConte Center in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Several excellent things planned through the week. I know Wednesday night, isn't that the Hits Night game? Is that
That
right?
sounds right.
Is it heard it on the radio or something?
Yeah, like where some of your most popular groups will sing
Yeah.
their most requested hits
It's
over the
some
last year.
big stuff, yeah.
Yeah, big stuff. There's a lot of theme nights through the week,
Yep.
and then the showcases are stellar this year. The
Mhm.
showcases are stellar, including, I'm going to shameless plug for Southern Gospel Music Association, but with the inductees, really a great panel going in and some great guests and surprise guests that's going to come and be a part of that. So right before that, that same day is the Gospel Music Hymn Sing. So that is what a day. I mean, you get to go to the hymn sing and then stay for the Southern
Yeah.
Gospel Music Hall of Fame induction. So great stuff. So y'all plan to go and be with us. If you hadn't been there, this is your year. All right. So what else? Anything else y'all want to share? Yeah, y'all don't get a chance to share your hearts. Anything you want to confess or testify about tonight?
We gotta do a confessional.
No, it's been great, looking back over the 2 years. I mean, we're almost to the 2-year mark. We're wrapping this season up, and it's been a blessing. I didn't know when we started it, like how far it would go or if people would be interested in it. And so, like, a couple weeks ago at Singing in the Smokies, I can't even count how many people were like, "Oh my gosh, you're Avery from Southern Gospel Forward." And I'm like, "Hi, friends. Hello." We have, we're reaching that goal of like creating this community. So when we're at these big events and we're out and about, like we see people, and that's been such a blessing over the last couple of years. And to see it grow has been great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, producer Jason, we should have already done this. I'm unmuting you. Why don't you come in here and pull in with us just in case somebody wants to throw something at you? I mean, a question at you or whatever. There you go. Hey, so producer Jason, I think that I saw one thing where there was a question for all four of us. Did you see that one?
I did.
You want to pull that one in?
Let me see if I can find it here.
All right. So Avery, you're Mount Rushmore vocalist in Dream Quartet.
Aaron.
That's Aaron.
me.
Oh, Aaron, I can't read. I'm sorry. Aaron, you're Mount Rushmore vocalist in Dream Quartet.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess I should have my Mount Rushmore picked out since I asked everybody that. But man, yeah, give me a minute on that. As far as the Dream Quartet, I assume that's to travel with. If I could, I would love to be a fly on the wall for the Legacy 5 lineup that I first saw. It was my very first concert. It's Frank Siemens on tenor, Scott Fowler on lead, Scott Howard on baritone, Glenn Dustin on bass, and Roger playing piano.
Yeah.
If I could just ride the bus with that group and maybe sing a song with them, I'd be a happy man. But that was some great traditional quartet sound, and that's what got me hooked on this music. So I'd love to be part of that.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore vocalist, though. Let's see. Give me time to think about that. There's some other questions.
All right, we'll go.
Somebody can.
Tiffany,
answer
favorite
while I
dessert?
think.
Yeah, favorite dessert and subject to teach for Tiffany.
Okay. Well, favorite dessert, and this is going to be surprising, but anything that I make, I usually don't eat. It's one of those, I'm my harshest critic. So I don't, whatever I make, I don't eat it. So other people eat it. But if I go somewhere, I'm definitely going for cheesecake. It can be any type of cheesecake, but I will eat it, and I will eat it all because it's amazing.
All right.
Subject to teach, I thankfully have the privilege of getting to teach them all. So I teach math, reading, English, science, and Virginia studies. But my favorite is definitely science. I love it.
Cool. All right. So next up, Avery, favorite, or who would be the retired group that you would want to travel with, if not the McCameys?
Oh, if not the McCameys. They should have seen me at Singing in the Smokies fangirling about the McCameys. Anyway, well, the Chuck Wagon Gang is still on the road because they're about to celebrate 90 years, so can't say them. Oh, I know. The Spear family.
Okay.
They were from Alabama, right? So odds are, if I were around in the right time frame, that could have worked. But I love the Spear family, and like I got to see Sue Dodge and Karen Apple, and like oh my gosh, I fangirled. I melted. It was amazing. Probably the Spear family, if not the McCameys.
All right. And then I'll knock this out really quick. Dream Male Quartet, I am going to give you old and new. Old, I would go Cat Freeman on tenor. I would go Jack Toney on lead. I would go Mark Trammell on baritone. Now I said old. Let's go Dory Ott on
I was
baritone.
gonna say, ouch.
Well, it's not that. Yeah. Let's go Dory Ott on baritone, and then on bass. This is so hard for me. But since I've got Statesman all the way, we'll go with Big Chief on bass and then Hovey on piano. So current, if I was building a quartet today on current lineup, I would have Chris Allman on the tenor. He's not currently on the road. If I could have Arthur Rice singing lead, he's lead. If he's not an option, then I'm going with Tim Rackley from
Anthem Edition.
Anthem Edition.
Yep.
Okay, now baritone is the kind of old man, Mark Trammell. We'll go with him. And then on bass, then I'm going to go with the Beast, Jeff Chapman, and piano, Gerald Wolfe. Nobody plays accompaniment piano like Gerald Wolfe. So yeah, there you go. Mixed group, gosh, mixed group would be a little bit difficult for me to put together. If I'm picking soprano, let me just pick soprano and alto for today. Can I do that? So my soprano is Brooklyn Collingsworth Blair, and my soprano is Wendy Hayes. How about that? That I would put in a group with somebody, and then we'll put somebody with them and let them be a mixed group. All right, Aaron, back to your Mount Rushmore. Got that?
Yeah, I think I've got it. So gonna steal your lead singer for your older quartet. Jack Toney's got to be on the mountain. That guy, like right up to the end, was just one of the most consistent singers out there.
Yes.
And just fantastic vocalist. Larnell Harris, got to put him on there because, I mean, that guy, he's got to be pushing 80 at this point and still just unreal tenor singing.
Yep.
Pulling from the secular world, I'm sorry, but Steve Perry's got to go on there.
Boom. Thank you.
I can't get enough of that guy singing. And then throw a lady in there, Taranda.
Okay.
I mean, Taranda's just unreal. I've heard her live several times and just blown away each time. And so that's a pretty varied Mount Rushmore, I think, but it's hard to narrow it down to 4. Now I feel bad for asking that question over again.
All right. Now I'm going to take over producer duties. Okay. Some of these could be quick hitters. Okay, here we go. Brady Jones asks Aaron, have you had any good seafood lately?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we threw down on some crab legs at Smokies. I can't remember what the name of that place was, Brady, but you took us there and it was really good.
There you go. Hey, Priscilla, we are glad that you are with us tonight. Thank you so much. And let's see what else we got here. Got hey, Brady Jones, like the Steve Perry comment. I tell you that they're just having a conversation in the comments, so we'll just let that ride. So yeah, we'll let that ride. There is a question for producer Jason. That's what I wanted to get to. So let me get right back up there. Question for producer Jason: what is your favorite road story?
My favorite road story.
Mm-hmm.
I have several of those. I will share 2 just real quick.
Yeah.
When I traveled with the McKeithans or McKeithan and Company,
Mm-hmm.
then we did a West Coast tour with the Anchorman. And while we were out on the West Coast, we took a day off and just kind of toured San Francisco and the surrounding area and had the opportunity to go and tour Alcatraz. And so that is probably one thing, once in a lifetime thing for me that I'll probably never be able to do again. So that was pretty neat. One other story, when I was with the Galloways, we were I don't remember why we were in this area, but we were in the Washington, D.C. area. I'm sorry, we were in, Washington. We were in Washington 11 days after 9/11. And so everything in that area was still fresh. Of course, we got to see a lot of the damage and stuff, and that left a mark for sure. So that's two memorable stories that I have.
That's good. Absolutely. Good stuff. All right. So I have and we're just going to see how time goes. We won't labor very long. We may try to keep this at the hour mark or something like that. We'll see how it goes. I'll yield to my panelist on that. But I have a couple of questions for my panelists. Okay. So the Southern Gospel family has taken a notice of Southern Gospel Forward. And what they have decided to do is make a biopic about Southern Gospel Forward. So what Southern Gospel artist plays your part?
Oh, God. What a question.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first?
Oh, goodness.
It has to be a Southern Gospel artist.
Yeah, Southern Gospel artist or somebody in the industry. Who's going to play your part?
Okay, no, I think I know, because I was chatting with her the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, we have so much in common. Like, I would let Casey Wolf play me. I think she could play me very well. I'm just saying.
I think we have a winner. I like that answer, so I'll give you a good help on that. So,
She would play me well.
Yep. All right, come on now.
Oh, here we go.
I have no idea.
Brady says he calls playing Evan.
So Brady, okay, we'll do that.
Good.
Brady Jones is going to play Evan.
Okay.
All right, Brady Jones, since you're watching and chiming in, who's going to play me? So you can answer for that, and then we'll let these answer their parts.
Oh.
All right, Aaron, who's playing you?
I was going to say, I think somebody actually just put it in the comments. I was going to say Carrie.
Okay.
I feel like she's got like a little bit of the sarcasm that I do, but then it's kind of just like professional when she needs to be.
Yeah, I like it. I like us. So Carrie's playing Tiffany, Casey's playing Avery, Brady's playing Evan. Who's playing Aaron?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Ooh.
Somebody help me out here.
Josh Singletary.
Okay, Josh Singletary. Yes, I like it.
That's great.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
That is fantastic.
Jason, who's playing you,
Oh
son?
gosh, I have no idea. Oh.
I think we're going to let Gary Casto play you. I'm just calling it. Gary Casto is going to play you.
We got one in the comments. Megan Edgeworth said Alan Kendall could play Scott.
Oh.
Okay. Well, all right. Yeah, he's not quite old enough, but he's getting there. And I don't know who's playing Dawson. Does he have anything to chip in?
No, I do not.
All right. Well, I'll think on that. All right. So one more question for y'all from me. These are really tough questions. I really put a lot of thought into this. This one is a right or wrong answer.
Oh.
So poor Scott. Yeah, I agree, Brady. Good night. I mean, I was thinking about that with the whole Alan Kendall thing. But hey, so tell me from a cartoon superhero, who are you? If you were a superhero, and don't make one up. Don't make like, I don't know, fork bending boy or something like that. I mean, it's like an existing superhero, and there are right or wrong answers on this. So, so you are a superhero. Who are you?
I'm Batman.
I knew that was coming.
So, no, that is incorrect. Aaron, you are Doctor Strange. So there you go. Okay. All right. So,
I don't know how to take that.
Yeah. You are Doctor Strange. Tiffany, who are you? What's your superhero?
Oh. Well, it's not like there's many female options, but let's see. What is there? There's Captain Marvel now or something?
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe, let's see. There's what's the other girl?
Wonder Woman?
I was going to say, Wonder Woman.
Black Widow.
Black Widow?
What's your final answer?
Let's go Wonder Woman.
All right, that is the incorrect answer.
Man.
You are the Scarlet Witch. All right. So,
Hey,
All right.
man.
no, look her up. Look her up now. Look her up.
Okay.
Her powers are amazing.
Okay.
Avery, who are you?
I'm gonna have to go with the mom from The Incredibles, Elastigirl. A lot of times I feel like she's stretching everywhere and trying to.
Yes.
I wish that I had thought about that, but no, that is incorrect. I have you as Black Widow. So
Oh.
anyway,
Okay.
Nice.
Jason,
Yeah.
who are you?
I'm going to go The Flash.
The Flash?
I was
I love
thinking
that.
Jason.
Love that.
There's so many places. Anyway, so no, that is incorrect. You
Man.
are Captain America because you're just everyone's hero. You're the
Well.
great American hero.
I can go with
Dawson.
That's G.I. Joe.
Dawson?
that.
G.I.
are
Joe's
you,
the great
Dawson?
American hero.
I bet Dawson's going to get this correct.
Spider-Man.
Hey, he got it correct. Dawson is
All right.
Spider-Man.
Oh.
All right, so we
Oh.
got 2 left. All right, well, who would Evan be? Who wants
He's
to
the
answer?
Hulk.
The
The
Hulk
Hulk?
Hulk.
Yeah.
or Thor.
Yeah, I had to go with Ant-Man because
Okay.
anyway, I had to go with Ant-Man. And then who is Papa Scott?
Oh.
Iron Man.
Yeah,
There you go. All right.
Oh.
So there you go. Y'all did not really great on that, but hey, yeah, that was a
Nope.
Marvel theme, and I should have said Marvel, but hey, good
Yeah,
stuff.
you should have.
But now Tiffany, don't let the Scarlet Witch name get you. Look her up. She's like, whoa, she's powerful.
Of course,
So-
Okay.
Brady did point out she's a villain, so
well, she
you
was
know,
a
Brady
hero.
and I-
She's the anti-hero. She's going to redeem herself eventually.
It's fine. Brady and I have a little battle going, so it's fine.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
All right. All right. So there you go. That's kind of the fun that I had. I have a couple other things, but what y'all want to do?
I
Y'all
think
have
there's some
something?
more questions in the comments.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
there's been
do
a
it.
bunch.
Let's do it. You don't meet. Hey, Jason, you sit back. I'll do it. Did you star them?
Go. A few of them are.
Okay, let's go. Dawson, who's your favorite group?
Probably right now is Karen Peck and New River.
There you go. That's a good.
Nice.
If I had my ding, 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 ding up, I'd give you a
Yep.
ding, 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 ding on that. That's good.
Hey,
That's good.
look who it is.
Huh?
There's somebody
Oh.
down here.
There he is.
Hey.
Hey.
look at
Hey.
that.
So sorry. I'm
Yeah,
in
you know.
I'm in production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat right now at our local theater, which is based off of Joseph in the Bible. It's a great show, and I'm playing Pharaoh. And so
Cool.
we had Tech Week. We're doing it this Friday night. So I was in Tech Week, and so we just finished my scene. That's why I'm perspiring a little bit, but I'm here for as long and until the director comes through that door and tells me to come back to rehearsal.
Okay. Well, you can jump in. We're answering questions from the comments to us. So one that we've got to throw up now, and we can answer this semi-short, probably all of us. But what sets Southern gospel apart from other genres of Christian music?
The
Ooh.
message.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to dive deeper with you on that because the message, but then like some other things like contemporary and some of that kind of stuff would say that they have the same message. So what would you say the message with Southern gospel, what sets it apart?
I was going to say artist interaction was my opinion. I've been to some contemporary Christian stuff and some other types of Christian music, and the Southern gospel artists have been the only ones so far that I've met that will like hug you up and cry with you and pray with you.
Yeah.
I think that sets it apart. For
Avery,
me.
I think you're spot on. I think that is a perfect answer because, what secular artist or even contemporary Christian artist do you get to shake their hand or hug their neck at a table? And sometimes when I think about that, and I know sometimes there is a line between fandom and obsession. And sometimes even in Southern gospel, those lines get crossed where it moves from being just a great fan to kind of a little creepy obsession. And maybe I shouldn't say that, but it's the truth. And I know that, and you have to deal with that. But if I'm saying anything to Southern gospel artists watching, don't lose sight that one of the things that sets you apart is your relationship with the fans. And I mean, because the fans feel like part of the family. And I know sometimes it can be uncomfortable, and you may be eating dinner at NQC and somebody asks for your autograph or something like that, which is rude. But anyway, still just, love on them, because man, it sets it apart. Love your answer, Avery. What else? Anybody else got anything on that?
Yeah, Avery stole my answer. But I can add on to that. Having been on both sides of it as a fan and as an artist, for the past almost 10 years, I remember the ones who made me feel like I was somebody even before I was holding a microphone, but I also remember the ones that did the opposite. So that's just something to think about. If you're an artist or even just working in the industry, just know that the stuff that you do, the things you say at the table, leaves a lasting impression one way or the other. So
yep,
right,
absolutely.
And I'll add on, but I think because I like both. I have contemporary music I like, and I have Southern gospel music that I like. But I think Southern gospel for me, it's like home, if that makes sense. Like, I did grow up on it, so it just brings back memories, and it just feels like home when you listen to it.
Yeah, that's good. Evan, we've missed you tonight. You want to chime in on this?
Yeah, I'll chime in. I'd say a big part of what I enjoy about it is nothing against like CCM or anything like that, but it doesn't have the history. Like, you can go back with gospel music and really look and see how much it's shaped. I wrote a paper my senior year of high school, and it was how country music was following what the world was doing, but also Southern gospel music's been doing that at the same rate. It's followed what America's doing. It shows the landscape of what's been going on for a long time in history, if that makes any remote sense.
Okay. I do like the history of it. And yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's part of Americana in my opinion. I agree with you. Absolutely. Goodness, maybe this one would be a semi-short answer. If your life were, this is from Daniel Garrett, one of our sponsors. If your life were a book, what would the current chapter be called?
Can I go first?
Yes, sir. Evan,
the chapter of this book would be called "What Page Are We On?"
Okay. Okay. I like it. Any other answers to that question?
I'd probably call mine On My Own.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, oh man, summer's ending.
I thought she said old man there for a minute, and I'm like, well,
no,
what?
that too. But no, I'm just kidding.
I guess mine would be what's next ?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of where I'm at. So
yeah, absolutely.
I would probably go hectic.
Okay. Mine would be times are changing. Got a lot of transition and different things going on here, but it's God is great.
That's right.
In the midst of it. All right, let me see here. I won't catch all questions. I know I'm trying to hit. Hey, Rachel asked this to artists sometimes. Of course, as being a follower of Jesus, we should always be in a pattern of learning and growing. So maybe something, what have y'all been learning lately in your path as a Jesus follower? Maybe from your devotions, your time of scripture study. What's something you've been learning?
Y'all want me to go first?
That's sure, man.
Okay.
Take it.
So right now we're learning about Acts in our Sunday school class, and it's got me interested also in it just outside of it, and learning about the development of the church and roles in the church and stuff as I'm getting older and I'm starting to kind of get to step into those roles. That's something I'm getting to learn, and that's something really cool that I'm getting to learn. If what does this do? What does this do? And how biblically how that's supposed to be structured. So that's something I've been getting into recently.
That's great.
So the big lesson, which I've talked about this with the panel in private conversations and some other people, but Right now, I'm learning in real time that God's timing is always right. For those that don't know, the group that I sing with is retiring at the end of August, and I really don't know what the next step is. All I do know is that ministry is what I'm meant to be doing. I just don't know what that looks like quite yet. I've had a couple opportunities that, the door wasn't open at this time, which is fine, but I can point to something, at least one thing each day of singing in the Smokies that reminded me that God is always right on time. And even after leaving that event, because I got the Blythe Family's devotional book and I'm looking at it over here on the desk right next to me. And just about every devotional has had something about God being right on time. So I just have to learn to be patient and to keep praying and to keep waiting on the Lord, even though I'm about ready to scream, trying to figure out what the next step is. He's got me in the palm of his hand. He's not let me go, even though I might have felt that way. He never has. He's going to be faithful to what he said he would do. So I just have to wait. So that's what I'm currently learning each and every day.
Amen.
I can go next. So it's probably been a few months ago. I did a kind of like a women's retreat thing. And I got to be one of the speakers. And it's 72 hours of like no phones, no clocks. It's amazing. But I think when I came away after that weekend, my main focus was basically being bold in Christ as a Christian. A lot of kids come through my classroom, and I have a great opportunity to minister to them. And I think that I just am learning there's ways I can take advantage of those moments and basically be a light in a very, very dark world. So I would say that's what I'm learning.
I would say recently, probably since February or March, the Lord's been on me about, you're a grown woman. There are young girls in our community that look up to me as a role model, which like terrifies me. And I teach a Sunday school class to elementary schoolers. So they're in that very, pivotal ages where they're really watching you. And not that I didn't grow up being Christ-like, like definitely tried my best, but the Lord's like, okay, that frontal lobe is matured, and I'm ready to see some more spiritual maturity out of you. And so, learning to keep my mouth shut when I need to keep my mouth shut. That was a study we did with Kristen Clanton.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany and I were both part of that, keeping my mouth shut when I need to. Because in I don't know, the world, people they talk, they gossip, they do what they want. Like, we had lunch conversations the other day, and it just was not edifying to myself. And it's like, bad in, bad out. So just trying to make myself aware of that, being as Christ, like what did Christ do in these situations? And trying to emulate that as best I can. It's not perfect, but I'm definitely working harder at it. And then like Sunday, our sermon was about study to show yourself approved, and the Lord was like, get deeper in that Bible, just these little early morning devotions, 5 minutes, you're reading it, but you're not retaining it. You're not applying it. So it was like study and apply. So I don't know. I think right now it's just, more spiritual maturity in my life and really trying my hardest to emulate what Christ did in situations, because it's all there. You're like, oh, well, he never was in this situation. Oh no. Yeah, no, if you study, he went through everything we ever went through, and he has an answer to everything. I just got to study about it. So that's been what I've been doing right now.
I'll make mine real quick. The season that we've gone through the last couple of months with medical things, I guess the one word that comes to mind for me is just trust. To trust him in all things, and that no matter what you're walking through, what you're going through, that he's there, and that he will provide in every situation. So that's what I would say.
Very good. It is so hard to single out one particular path to answer this question on with me. I think what the Lord has been showing me um, through the study of His Word and through encouragement from others, and y'all know um, I'm really big on encouragement, and I appreciate those who take time to encourage me because I'm one of those type of people who can come across like everything is cool and everything is all right, but it ain't. And I appreciate those who take time to encourage me, and I hope that I'm an encouragement to others. But kind of moving to this age, and we joke about me being the old man, but I am transitioning to a different stage of life, and things change, and even from my place in ministry to my place in jobs to my place in the home. Even I'm fixing to have an empty home. Well, Janice is staying, thank God. But anyway, but as far as I know, anyway, but anyway, gonna have Garrett moving out, and just where I'm at, what's the next move? And sometimes I can feel insignificant and like I really don't have much left to offer. But God's been showing me that I still got a lot left to do. There's a question that somebody posed in here. I may let y'all answer real quick, just depending on how y'all want to do on time. But and different versions read different ways. But as far as favorite scripture, for I am confident of this very thing, that he who began a good work among you will complete it by the day of Jesus Christ. He's not done with me. I've got stuff to do. Some days I don't feel like it. Some days the blues get a hold of me and I got to pull myself up because there's still lives to touch. There's still people to love, and there's still folks to encourage and serve. So anyway, he's been dealing with me on that, because sometimes I want to pout, take my toys and go in the corner, and just kind of hang out, but can't do that. Got work to do. So anyway, there you go.
That's been another thing too. Like you're breathing, you're on this earth, or you've got work to do. Yep. That's been
And if y'all want to throw in your favorite verses, since I kind of segged that.
I have mine on my screensaver. I don't think you guys can read it, but it's Psalm 61, 1-4. And it says, "Hear my cry, O God, attend unto my prayer. From the ends of the earth, I'll cry unto thee. When my heart's overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that's higher than I. For you've been a shelter for me and a strong tower for my enemy. I will abide in your tabernacle. I will abide in thy tabernacle forever, and I'll trust in the cover of your wings." It's a lot, but it's been one of my favorites since, like, I don't know, early high school. When my heart's overwhelmed, lead me to the rock, and I'll trust in the cover of your wings.
Good stuff.
Mine's Psalm 37:4. It's my life verse. Delight thyself in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thy heart. And it's like I think I said this in the episode I was a guest on, but I haven't always been faithful to hold up my end of the bargain on that, but he has never failed to live up to his word on that. I've, for the past end of this month will be 10 years. I've gotten to live what I've been dreaming about doing since I was 13. And I know he's not done with me, but he's been faithful to give me the desires of my heart as long as I've been delighting myself in the Lord and the things of his word. And so I'll continue to keep doing that and just keep claiming that verse.
Ditto, Aaron. I almost said that because I wear a ring and that's what's inscripted on the ring, but I didn't want to take it because I knew it was your favorite. But I also
well, I appreciate it.
Mine is
Can y'all hear
Jeremiah.
me? Because I've been
Evan.
You interrupted Stephanie.
No, you're good. I clipped out the first time. No, you're good. Go ahead. Please go ahead.
Well, sidebar, because that was a funny moment. I hope Mr. Bradford is still watching. That should count as my timeout for the episode. And he'll understand what I mean. So mine is Jeremiah 29:11. They mentioned it tonight for I Know the Plans, and it has been my life verse probably since 7th grade. I went through a really rough patch in 7th grade, and my mom got a plaque from Hobby Lobby, and my verse sits right outside my door in the hallway, so I see it every single day. It inspired our first CD that my family recorded. That's why it's called For I Know.
Yeah.
And it's just my life verse, and I find strength in it, and it's just something that I rely on.
Awesome. Evan,
I'll
you
go
want to
ahead.
jump in?
I'm about to have to leave.
Okay.
But I'm going to say mine is 1 Corinthians 15:57. We learned it at a VBS when I was really, really young, and it always stuck with me. And it's, oh, thanks be unto God, which give us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. And I have to thank him every day for not just the victory of the cross, but the victory of everything in my life. Anytime I have success, but thanks be unto God. You know, always be thankful for the opportunities you're given. Always be thankful for anything you're given. So I think they're about to get me, but that's how I'm going to leave right there. So I'll be back on next week. So thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Love all.
See you, bro.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mine, and I have loved this verse since I was an early teenager, and I'm going to read it because I'm afraid I'll mess it up if I try to quote it. But Isaiah 40:31, that's a pretty popular verse, but it says, "But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." And, you know, just thinking about the strength part of that, every morning when I wake up and I do my prayer time, one of the first things that I thank him for is the strength to get out of bed and to know that my feet hit the floor for one more day. And so, yeah, that's mine.
Very good. Dawson, want to chime in, or?
I guess just John 3:16.
That's a good one.
That's one of the best.
Yeah.
That is a good one. Let's see. I did see a question just a second ago, Morgan McIntyre. On Spotify, there's about 2 episodes that's not out there. Those will be coming soon. I think that's about all that's not out there on Spotify, but everything is available at all times on what platform? YouTube. Yeah, absolutely.
And you get to see our beautiful faces.
And if you don't want to see them, you shut it down and listen to us. But yes, those are all episodes are available on YouTube.
And this is a good time to mention this since we really don't talk about it. Facebook changed how they're handling live videos, and so they're not retaining them forever like they used to. Like, they're taking down older ones and they're only keeping newer ones up for a certain time frame. So if you want to see the live versions of these episodes with the audience interaction and everything as they are when they air, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to that, because it'll be there forever. They're not going to take it down like Facebook is. So I keep meaning to mention that, and we just never do. But that is all the more reason to go subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you're notified when we go live, and you'll be able to watch it whenever you want.
There you go. I kind of said something in a post today about giving something away. I want to give something away.
Yeah,
depends. What is it?
It depends on what it is. Good grief, Tiff. Okay, lay it out there. Well, what we were thinking about, what's your kitty's name? No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna give your cat away. Can you ship that in a box?
You could take one of the ones outside.
Did you see that face?
She's got a zoo
outside. She's like, no, you ain't giving
No.
All right. No, I wouldn't give mine away either. Well, I got a DVD that we could give away. It's Ernie Haas and Signature Sound live. Clear Skies live.
That's a good one.
Live in Bossier City, Louisiana. You want to give that away? Is that cool?
Sure.
What do we want to do? What does somebody have to do to get this?
I say they have to pick your favorite color.
They have to pick my favorite color?
Yeah. Just
okay.
change it
Does
up.
anybody know my favorite color?
Nope.
No.
Okay, hang on just a second.
I think
wait, y'all don't put no guesses in yet. All right, I'm going to text to our little group my favorite color, so there's no cheating, and I won't,
I'm gonna see if I'm right.
I was gonna say I have a guess. Yes, I was right.
Ooh. I was not right, but I can see that.
Okay, so my favorite color. So whoever guesses my favorite color will win the D. I like Braves fan. I like Zach. Yeah, blue and orange. Those two are beautiful together, but that's not my. No, that's not it. Favorite color. I just noticed Jason in blue and orange, aren't they?
So close, Grandma.
So yeah, so close, so close.
And Mom.
Still ain't got it.
John Sanderman had my guess.
Yeah. Now we got no green's not it, blue's not it, orange is not it, red is not it. Man, y'all are just striking out. Favorite color of Papaw?
I feel like this is just your personality type color.
Good night.
I don't...
What does that say about me?
Not in a bad way, but
whoa! Somebody got it. Morgan McIntyre.
Morgan McIntyre got it with black.
Black.
I had great guesses: silver, brown, pink. John Parker, come on, man. Purple, yellow. We had them all, but black. Yes, I'm bad in black. And as you see, I mean, it's kind of like ding, 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 ding.
It's just a great color.
And it's slimming. Anyway, so there you go. So black is the color. And so, yes, Miss Donna, you threw out every color in the crayon thing, but yes, black. She just got black in there. Thank you for playing along there. But the DVD, Morgan, that was Morgan McIntyre, right? Yes.
Morton.
So Morton. There we go. Morton McIntyre. Morton, if you will, please, I think I may have your information, but you can shoot me your information in a messenger message or comment on this, however you want to do it. Just, I need your mailing address and I will get you that DVD. Thank you for playing. Friends, we're an hour and 16 minutes in. Y'all want to
there was a couple of cool questions I wanted to toss in.
All right, you want to drive? If you know which ones you want. Okay.
So this one was from Old Rugged Gospel. It was a question for everybody. What is an instrument you cannot play that you really wish you'd learned to play?
Piano.
D, all of the above, because I don't play any, but it'd be cool to play one. But probably piano would be my favorite.
Okay. Mine would be, I'll be different.
Here, guys, hold on.
Mine would be guitar. I would love to be an Eli Fortner who could just play the strings off of anything that has strings on it, or like Luke, some of those folks that just anything. So
I wish I would have picked up the banjo, because I think I would have been a cool banjo player, or like the fiddle, or the piano. I think if I had played the banjo, I'd have been a little too dangerous for myself.
The thing about me, I play anything percussion, but you can't sing a special. Sing it, bring out your Cajon drum and just sing a special with that. You need a piano or a guitar or something to. So anyway, yeah. Jason, did you answer?
Yeah, I said piano.
Dawson, you want to play anything?
Drums.
Hey, I can teach you that, big boy. I can get you going on the drums. All right. What was the other question?
Right, let's see. There was some for individual people still. Braves fan said, question for Tiff, what's your favorite day of the school year?
School's out for summer.
Yeah, I should say the last one. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that's hard because, as a fourth grade teacher, I do theme days at the end of the year. And I have to say, from this past year, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory Day was so fun. I turned my whole classroom into a chocolate factory and I dressed up as Willy Wonka. And it made my day. I told the kids, I don't even care at this point. It's not for you. It's for me. So,
Yeah, she puts the work into that too.
I do.
Yeah,
but
she did.
Yeah, every day's a good day for the most part. So
let's see.
Oh, Tiffany, I'm supposed to tell you
the deed was done.
That something hit Venmo. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Whatever y'all did to make the Venmo go off, thank you. That's a blessing.
I know what happened there. I was a part of
Thanks, Papa.
that discussion. I think this is kind of the last question that I see in the comments. It was a question for me, which is kind of hard. It was my top 5 Chuck Wagon Gang songs. And like, you do realize I have 90 years of stuff to pick from, right? Like, to narrow it down to 5, because there's standards. I mean, like, there's I'll Fly Away. That's a standard. They were one of the first to record it. I would have to say, I'm going to go with my current right now. I would say, hang on, my light is like having a disco party. I would have to say I like Holy Be Thy Great Name off their Radio Days album. They did it some live when it first came out. They don't do it as much anymore. I love that one. I like The Record Book. That one's a classic. I really like, I'm going to go more modern because I like Come Go With Me. That's their title cut of their latest album. And an older one I like is probably Unbound for the Land of Canaan. That was off of one from the early 2000s. But they're coming out with one in August, y'all. And they've been doing some of the new stuff live. And Melissa Kemper, the soprano, has a new feature song in this new album. And she's been doing it some live. If you have the chance to go and see them, go and see them. I have not gotten through listening to it all the way from her singing without crying.
Oh.
But it is going to be called Plans. And it is like, I don't know if it's just hitting me at the right season of life. I don't think so. I think I'm going to like it at any point in time in my life. But it is the most beautiful song. So it's coming out in August. If they're not coming around you till August, get it on the new album. But if you get to go see them live, go listen to Plans because it is amazing.
Awesome. This can be a very, very fast popper, and we can let it be the last audience question for the night. If each of you could sit at a table and chat with any gospel music personality you never got the chance to meet, who would it be and what would the conversation be about? I would like to sit down because I never got the chance to sit down with Vestal. Never went and saw her, but just wasn't in a position like now where I could get the time to actually be with her. And this is a reason I would want to sit with her, because I would like to know what it was like to grow up with my grandmother Bolden, because they were classmates at 5 High School. So I would love to hear and sit and talk with Vestal Goodman and talk about growing up with my grandmother and just hear those stories. I think that would be like super cool. Anyway. All right.
Cool.
I'll go because I never got to actually meet him because he didn't get to come out to the table the night that I saw them, but Roger Bennett.
Yeah.
I would love to have met him, and he'd be somebody that I'd want to talk about how he learned to trust God completely no matter what the circumstances. Because I mean, if you look at his life story and his health journey, man, he went through it, but he never his faith didn't waver, and it was a huge testimony. So I'd love to talk to him about all that.
Anybody else?
I don't know that I can pick just one, so I'm picking a group.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Pipers.
Oh, cool.
I ran a dent into their Fighting On CD as a kid, and I still love the CD. So, and I love Family Harmony, and they were one of my favorites growing up. So I would say probably them.
Cool.
For me, I had a hard time trying to think of somebody. But I guess for me, it would be, I never had the opportunity. I saw him live, but never got to meet him. But I think mine would be Wendy Bagwell.
Cool.
Oh.
And it would just be obviously sitting around listening to him tell stories.
Yep. Good deal. Everybody answer that one?
No, I'm still flip-flopping between people.
Okay.
I've had like 3 or 4 names run through my head, and it's not like Tiffany's that they're all related in a group.
It's okay, Avery. Make it a banquet table. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll make it a banquet table and just make my rounds. I'm good at networking. I would like to have met Dottie Rambo and her how her song, stories behind her songs. Because like lately, like Anthony Pritchett was our friend. He came up with Evan, and we went and saw her grave. And then I've been listening to a lot of stuff and realizing Dottie Rambo. And I'm like, wow, like she has ministered to so much. And I knew she had, but I wasn't aware of it. So Dottie Rambo, George Yance, I wish I could have met him. I was so close, yet so far from meeting George Yance. And then I also thought about Eva Mae Lefebvre, because my mom talks about getting to meet her, and she was just the best. She was just one of the best. She was just a real girl. Like I don't know. She said she wanted to come up and get her autograph, and Eva Mae was like, I will, but give me just a second, honey. I got to kick these shoes off. They're killing my feet. And then she flopped down and, signed the book and chit chatted. So I don't know. I think those three were kind of the first few that ran through my head of people I want to meet.
Awesome. And I don't want to keep looking over. Dawson, you have anything you want to jump in, or you got anybody? Okay. That's fine. All right, y'all. So we're an hour and 25 in this. If y'all, I'll play with y'all as long as you want to, but if y'all are good, we can kind of come to a close, announce the next one. I mean, y'all call it.
I don't see any more questions in the
Okay.
comments, so.
All right. Well, y'all, this was fun. We love y'all, and we feel like some of our friends has hung around and stuck with us and watched us. And thank y'all for being with us, and thank y'all for hanging out. Hey, we hung out almost an hour. We actually did hang out an hour after the bowl. And man, wasn't the Bowling sisters and Kelly, they were great. We appreciated them being on. And if you missed that, if you came in after they jumped off, go back and watch it. Always love and appreciate our sponsors. We love and appreciate everybody that watches. And again, I can't keep talking a lot about this, but my team, not me, but my team came up with a theme for this year's NQC t-shirts that just blesses my heart, because it's the way I feel about what we do. All of us that you see on the screen, and Evan that we dearly miss tonight, and then all of you who watch us and love on us and encourage us and support us, and just thank you so much. We love y'all so much. Appreciate you, the way you share our stuff, the way you just keep coming back for more punishment. We really, really do appreciate y'all. And I hope that y'all feel our love back to you through the screens. And when you meet us in person, I can tell you that everyone that's on this screen, and I won't include myself, that's not for me to say, but everyone you see on this screen and Evan are the real deal. They are the real deal. They love the Lord, and they love all of you. So yeah, y'all got to hang out and learn a little bit more about us tonight, and we appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Donna, and thank you, Megan, all y'all that thank you. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all so much for being part of Southern Gospel Forward. Casey, all y'all, Alan, Rachel, we love y'all. So I
had a text that said I have to show this comment.
Okay.
My dad wanted to give Zach Stanley a shout out. He did. He worked really hard at the table at Singing in the Smokies, and he sold like over 100 fans.
Hey,
he was great. Yeah,
he did.
He was
on the payroll.
Yeah. So thank you, Zach, for all your help last week. You were awesome. Hannah Bradford helped work at some, so it was a good time. Appreciate
you. Hey, let's do this. Hey, we're still getting thanks and appreciate. We love y'all. We love y'all so much. Appreciate y'all so much. Can we go ahead and announce at this point who we're going to have on next? We got our next show lined up.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I wish I was with this guy this week, because he is at the Arise conference. And I'm seeing videos from that conference, and souls are being saved, and the word is being preached, and the Lord is moving. And I wish that I was there with him. But hey, our next episode, we had 3 Tuesdays. No, we had 5. We always have 3 Tuesdays. We had 5. I'm tired, y'all. Does it show? We had 5 Tuesdays in this month. So we do little specials every now and then when we have 5 Tuesdays. But it's not going to be on Tuesday. It's going to be on Monday to help fit his schedule.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yep.
we said the 28th. Yeah, we.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I was going to be a day late, guys.
Look out, July
Like I
the
said, I'm
28th.
Alaska girl going everywhere.
That's right.
July the 28th, we are going to have a great friend to Southern Gospel Forward and a member of a family we dearly love, the Irwins. We're going to have Keith Irwin join us, y'all, on July the 28th, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, episode 22. And we're getting close to the end. We're lining up some awesome guests to close out this season. And y'all, I'm going to tell you this, and I don't want to cut my nose off to spite my face. I have sent a message to someone that we are hoping would be an explosive beginning to season 3. I'm talking about it don't get any bigger than the guest that we would love to. So y'all pray with us. We'll see if it'll work out. Schedules are going to be a little tight, I think, but let's see. I tell you, it's going to be good. We got great things in store for the rest of this season, and we got great things in store for season 3. Why? Because we love you, and we love the Lord, and we hope that we encourage y'all through us spending time with you. Anything else y'all want to share before we head to the heels?
John Kelly said, we'd love to have y'all at the James D. Vaughn Festival next week. I will be there, John. That is
awesome.
Like it's my favorite of the summer. It's my favorite of the summer. And I think I've got like 3 or 4. Okay. But James D. Vaughn is one of my favorites. So if y'all are close to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, show up. I'll be there. It's great. Anyway, love you, John. See you next week.
And why is Lawrenceburg, Tennessee significant to Southern gospel music?
Because of James D. Vaughn. It's the birthplace of Southern gospel music. And there's a museum there. And it's
absolutely. You want to be there. Good stuff. Anything else y'all want to share?
That's all I got.
All right, panel. Love y'all. And we love y'all out there with us. Thank you for joining us and hanging out with just us, folks. But hey, we're going to go ahead and what's that I say, Aaron?
Happy trails to you.
Until we meet
I think it's
again.
circle the wagons and head to the barn or something.
Yeah, it's an old-timey saying. We're going to gather the horses and head for the barn.
That's it.
We love y'all. We'll see you next time on Southern Gospel Forward.